Hi, this video is going to review the reflections paper assignment for ECE 410. So welcome. And let's go through what this assignment is and what the expectations are. So this assignment is really designed for you to reflect on your experiences and the messages that you've received from your family, your cultural community, and society about people with disabilities and special education. So this is really a reflective assignment. I'm going to share my screen so we can look through the assignment and um, see what I've provided for you to support you in this experience. So, first of all, this assignment, just so you know, is going to be viewed through Turnitin. And you should be able to see uh, the results on Turnitin. And also, the rubric for the paper is here on Brightspace. So you can also see that. In addition, I have posted on the assignment the um, guidelines for let me just see which one is this. Okay, there's the guidelines. Sorry, I opened all the tabs and I had to figure out which one to start with. Sorry. So I posted the reflections paper guidelines. These are the same guidelines that are in the syllabus. So there's nothing that's been changed. It's just copied and pasted from the syllabus. So even the typo that I see that I have right there. So I need to change that. This is just copied directly from the syllabus. Um, but the guidelines are here. It lays out the purpose of this activity, what you will be doing, and some steps that I suggest you follow if you're having a hard time with where to start. In addition to using these steps, I also invite you to contact Maddie, the SI leader for our course. She can guide you through this assignment and support you as you're creating this assignment as well. Just want to throw that in. In addition to the guidelines, which explain the assignment in detail, and talk about the parts of the paper, I also have a PowerPoint for this paper. So the purpose of this paper, as I said, is for you to reflect on your experiences with people with disabilities, special education, and the messages you've received um, ab- about people with disabilities and special education. Why? Because our experiences shape our views, our perceptions, and our behaviors. And our perceptions and behaviors will influence how we interact and how we behave towards young children. So this paper should be about 3 pages, typewritten, double-spaced, 12-point font with standard 1-inch margins. It says 5 parts, but there are 4 parts here. So apologize for that typo. There's an introduction, your childhood and teen experiences, your adult experiences, and a conclusion. So the introduction and your earliest memories, I'm asking you to describe your earliest memories of meeting or interacting or seeing a person with a disability in detail. I happen to remember my very first memory of meeting a person with a disability. I was probably around 2.5, and it was in a hospital setting. Um, and I remember I was walking down the hall and there was a person using crutches, and I had lots of thoughts and lots of feelings and lots of reactions. Another typo. And it was very profound. Why was this person using crutches? What was wrong? What was happening? I did not understand, and I was a combination of scared and confused, and I wanted to know more. Um, so I was just very confused, and had lots of feelings and thoughts. And then as you grow as a child and teen, what experiences did you have with people with disabilities and special education? If you had no experiences, why? Where were people with disabilities? Where were students in special education? How did your experiences impact you? And then how was ableism embedded in your childhood and teen years? What messages did you receive from your family and culture, your cultural community? How did those messages impact you, and what did those messages mean? And the same for you as an adult. As an adult, what experiences have you had with people with disabilities, with special education? How have your experiences impacted you? How was ableism embedded into your adult life? What messages have you received from your family, culture, society? What do those messages mean, and how have they impacted you? And last, the conclusion is, how have your views about disability and special education been affected by your family, your cultural community, the community that you have created or that you are part of? And people are part of many communities and society. The last question is, which model of disability do you ascribe to? Which do you believe in? And I have created some charts to help you write your reflections paper. Now, these charts are for you. You do not hand these in to me. They are helping you to write your paper. So I created this chart that is pretty typical of the charts. If you answer these questions and submit them, you will have, if you answer these questions, you will have and formulate them into a paper. You will have met the expectations for your paper. So you are welcome to use this chart if it helps you, but it is for you and for your purposes only. I don't collect them. I also created a form in as a grid, which looks like this. It's basically the same information, but it's structured a little differently. There's a place for earliest memories, child and teen experiences, and adult experiences, and then the same prompts in a little bit of a different format, and then the space for your conclusion. And so you can decide if you'd like to use these or not. If you go back to the assignment, you'll see there's the chart, and the grid. They are offered as MS Word docs. Remember, you have to download them and save them to your device to be able to use them. They're also offered as Google Docs. However, if you open the Google Doc and you try to type on it, you won't be able to. You have to go to File, and you can make a copy. Click on Make a Copy and make sure you save it to your drive, your Google Drive, to be able to write on it, if you choose to write on it. If you just want to look at it and use it to help you construct your paragraphs, that's fine as well. So I hope these resources are helpful as you think about and craft your paper. I hope you have a great rest of the day. I look forward to reviewing and receiving your reflections paper. Be well.